Hi, once again, my name is Terry. I'm your boy Terry. My username across the internet is Surpassinggoogle, and welcome to my video. I'm a legitimate illiterate, and in today's video, I'll be explaining a verse from the curriculum of legitimate illiteracy. I'm going to try to keep this video short. There's dog barking, because I'm on the street, and I have to be wary about my surroundings. There are noises everywhere, so I'll try to keep this video short. Please bear with me, all the external noises. As you are here, please apply your spirit and being to listen to me so that you can listen to my undertone, the underlying context. In the face of the discomfort, courtesy of the external noises, use that as an avenue to evolve in your human virtues, your self-sacrifice, your improvisation, all those human virtues. That's the essence of this. I'm not here to paint things. This will be kept real. Of course, it's legitimate literacy. It's not painted stuff. This is rare intel from the down-to-earth spaces of Mama Earth. There's dirt involved. Dirt is good. Ask the soap master. So I'll just draw a verse from the curriculum of legitimate literacy and explain it. I keep it in verses so as to be able to garner and sustain the attention of people, especially in our era, in today's era. There's a short attention span, especially when it comes to tangible topics. So that's why I keep it in verses, then I try to explain it in a video, and I take it a step further by creating avenues for you to contact me. Where you do not understand a particular aspect of this video, please contact me and I'll give you more clarity on it. I'm better with writing. I'm usually disoriented when I'm speaking. So there are avenues to reach me for further discussion. I'm also, regardless of, even if it's a, let's wait for that. Yes, whatever niche or industry, there is a legitimate literacy-based knowledge for it. Whether you're undertaking a project, enterprise, etc. You can complement whatever knowledge or solutions or methods you use with legitimate literacy, and to rank these things in levels of great. Anyway, I'm digressing just a bit. I just want to give you insight, create context for the discussion, help you understand what legitimate literacy is. It's basically knowledge contained in the notebooks. My notebooks, I refer to the word NO-BOOKS. This knowledge is drawn from the down-to-earth spaces of Mama Earth and special insight from above. Drawn from the translation of things like suffering, discomfort, sorrow into things of beauty and all that. So it's indeed rare intel. So let me just draw a verse. This is a very simple verse, but the essence of the verse is not pronounced in today's world, in our daily livelihood. We appear to forget it, and it's very powerful. Just a moment, let me pull it up. There's a video prior to this that will, if you want further clarity, anyway, we'll discuss that later. Let me just pull up the verse. Yes, it says, "We were made in Jehovah's image" is a weighty sentence. Matter has weight and occupies space. We simply need to consciously evolve till we become we. I'll read it again. It says, "We were made in Jehovah's image," that's a quotation, "is a weighty sentence. Matter has weight and occupies space. We simply need to consciously evolve till we become we." I'll stop there. Gosh, something got into my eyes. Sorry about this. God, this is serious. Gosh. Please give me a moment. I apologize for this. A moment, please. Gosh. You may have to forward this part. Oh gosh, very stressful. I mean, oh gosh. You won't know my story. You won't know anyway, that's aside. So I was saying that I wish I can look at the camera, but gosh. I was saying that sorry, this has already stressed my life, because this, I mean, just a moment. So I was saying that yeah, we're made in Jehovah's image is a weighty sentence. Let's look at that sentence, the quotation. Of course, it's drawn from the Bible, but we're going to give it more context, because even in understanding things of the Bible, you need legitimate literacy, knowledge from the down to earth, knowledge innate to your human, something that is relegated in today's world, demeaned as things of nonsense by world standards. When you're talking, virtues of humans, things like self-sacrifice mentality, swag, love in the true extent of its meaning, these things are not celebrated or hyped in today's world as things like talent or excellence. Things like discomfort, sadness are shoved aside as negative, when many of these things are reality, avenues to evolve and improvise and further exert your human virtues, explore your human senses in new ways. Humans are just beautiful, and it's such a privilege to be created in Jehovah's image with a brain powerful and supercomputers. The earlier pronouncement, having subjection the fishes of the sea, the flying creatures of the heavens. There's so much context to this. In today's world, animals are seemingly doing better than humans. Some of these animals travel, they improvise, they explore, and gorilla won't use its teeth to break a coconut. It will look for for a stone. You know, to swing from Jamaica to Haiti, it will look for a rope and swing. You know, if it's possible, it will try it. It will. Just a moment. Anyway, I'm just creating humor, but everything I say, please sift even of my nonsense to find sense therein. So, what are we doing exactly in today's world? You know, is it about eating and drinking and climbing a career ladder in pursuit of paper, an inanimate, superficial thing that in reality garners its value, courtesy of humans? You know, what exactly are we doing? Are we about generations yet born? You know, that they arrive and know that we were here on their behalf, you know, laden with some of their potential sorrow and consciously bearing these consequences, their consequences. What exactly are we doing? Seriously. Are there times where we shove the food aside to try starvation? Perhaps we can explore new aspects to our sense of taste, or perhaps we can evolve, you know, set aside that time for ponder and wonder and gain newer insights into aspects of us that are untapped. And when we walk the streets, do we have a presence? When we walk into the room, do we fill the room with presence to where it halts because we walked in and our presence filled it? Are people told or retold of the beauty of a creator just courtesy of our deeds, just courtesy of our aura, our courage? Do we walk with those airs, additional airs from the sole fact that we were made in Jehovah's image, or from the sole conviction that we have one true fan in the person of a creator? Are we dispelling the myth of evolution, scientific evolution I mean, you know, that there was no creator, courtesy of our outlook to life? Are we loving? Are we truly loving? Who is Jehovah? Do we have substance, unshakable substance, or are we swayed by circumstances, you know, by curriculums of the world? Have our genes lost its uniqueness, its stubbornness, to where one curriculum can keep an entire expanse of humans who are supposed to have unique genes in a cycle? Oh, we know that, oh, someone is a celebrity, sorry, just a moment. Now, do we have value? Are we assertive about our value? Are we convinced deeply rootedly about our value as humans, just courtesy of the knowledge, besides every other accolades and accomplishments, just courtesy of the knowledge that we were given the privilege of being created in the image of Jehovah? Are we confident in our value? And does that show in the steps we take or we can take? Can you walk into a Ferrari store without a dime and start to haggle a Ferrari? Can you ask a Ferrari car dealer to give you a Ferrari home because you have value? Or at least try that step. It's a humanly exhaustible step. You know, you want money. Before doing 4 years in university, then doing PhD, then going to outer space to become an apprentice under an alien, you know, all for the sake of knowing how to generate money? Have you gone to the ATM, with confidence, and instead of $1,000 typed in $1 million for the sake of exhausting a humanly possible and to act? Many times the answer is in the first, simplest, obvious solutions. Want to know what is on Bingo's mind? Ask it. You want to halt aging? Before you go and invent a special cream that will remove all the acne, perhaps you should go to the center of the nation and look for that giant clock, and then hold its second hand in stagnation and stay with it there. Perhaps if you're able to hold it in place forever, you would have lived forever. Are you mining of yourself? Are you evolving? Are you paying attention to your cookies, to your elements, to your underlying elements? Is it that important to you? The same cookies that you emanate in the comfort of your homes, and Google and Facebook, gather, collect, and process, and define, and know everything about you more than you know yourself, and in return gain tons in revenue money-wise. Are you taking control of that mine yourself? Exploring your beauty, tapping into your shine, your invincibility? Are you becoming you? The latter part of the verse says we need to consciously evolve till we become we. Now, are you consciously evolving? And are you applying every human activity towards consciously evolving? Because it is possible to use every human activity to consciously evolve. Once any human activity, any endeavor, any project, any enterprise has the primary paradigm being to consciously evolve the human, it automatically ranks great. What do I mean? Human activities, for example, music. How much do you listen to music? Is music just to catch a fancy or attain a merriment moment? Or are you using music to consciously evolve? Things like draw inspiration, things like, applying empathy, sympathy, getting in the shoes of the singer, things like tapping into your spirit, things like being retold of the Creator, all while having fun and catching a merriment. When you swallow that next ice cream, is it about catching a high? The cold feeling through your chest, a new high. Now, nothing wrong with that, but can you complement it with conscious evolution? Like I said, being retold of your creation, or finding new aspects of your tongue that you never knew, and doing new invention or improvisation. The cold is too much, and instead of looking for hot water to quickly abate the pain, you go through with the discomfort and gain more grit and substance to your human. How unshakable is your substance? Your greatness lies in the unshakableness of your substance. If you look at the past, Eve, yes, most of those temptations were very subtle temptations. It wasn't about morals or good or bad, or exactly about disobedience or obedience. It was more about a test of substance, proving. Are you proving? And do you allow room for proving yourself, even onto yourself? Because love, like words like love, how much context do they have if it's just a feeling? If it's not tainted with self-sacrifice, long suffering, and all that. You know, the dictionaries, they knew. Have you written your own dictionaries? You know, are you mining up the content that is innate to you? Encoded right inside you is so much content, the revelation that the world needs. Or is 90% of your brain Google? Yes, there's so much. The ever missing piece of someone's puzzle is embedded in you, in your mind's eye, in your person, in your brain, perhaps in a state of redundancy, because it may not be, you know, pertinent to you. Are we mining of these things? And if it's money that you seek, if you mine of your human, you consciously evolve, money will begin to seek you. It will come to Papa, want to be hosted by you. Because it's when it gazes at you, it will lose its gaze. Because your value is intact, your value is involved, you're a full-blown human. In a world with full-blown humans, money is the smaller things. So many of the solutions to problems lies there in conscious evolution, attainment of the originally intended you. Of course, we are imperfect at this stage, but to a measure of extent. And at that stage, suddenly, it will not be entirely about religion. It's not about going to church and all that. You know, it's possible to be a fanatic. It's possible to just be carrying an inheritance and not be, you know, not really know the deep things. You know, so that's where you see the temptations. Many of the big temptations, you know, in the Bible wasn't a test of morals. It was those subtle aspects of character, substance that was tested. The name of Jehovah, the Creator, means I am that I am, telling you of substance. He's not swayed by circumstances. He sways circumstances to cause to become. Are you in that manner as well? That is what we are to do, and every moment is an avenue to do these things. The next time someone gives you like a troll comment, there are many avenues to take. You know, while it's possible to troll back or to downvote or to delete, is it possible for you to use that as an avenue to explore aspects of your virtues, perhaps forgive, perhaps improvise, perhaps innovate? You know, go and innovate a solution that's attempt out of the boxness for the sake of your evolution. The moment you tap into your shine, lights will begin to enter right inside tunnels courtesy of your shine. No longer does anyone have to wait till the end of the tunnel to find light. This is rare intel. The world doesn't know of these things. The sentiment of the world is wait till the end of the tunnel. How about lights taking charge, taking responsibility, initiative like the Creator did, sending the sun to be pummeled and going through all the complexity of it's very complex what he had to deal with in terms of the sadness and the pain. You know, mere dust that he created, treating his son with disdain. There's so much pain for that, but on behalf of us, because of our salvation, he went through all that. Who are we then? So privileged. So why are we so afraid? Why are we so afraid of taking the next step? Why do we put everything on money? Oh, there is no money, I cannot do this. Why isn't it courtesy of you who is beautiful? And how can you exhibit poverty? The world's notion that you are poor, or I am poor, or certain nations are developing, certain nations are third world. Isn't that in reality a fallacy? Where we were made in Jehovah's image is seen, established as a weighty sentence established as matter, that is, has weight and occupies space. How is it possible that we exhibit poverty? When did we lose that much value to where every inanimate thing in today's world garners more appeal? Go to Superman's page, Batman's page. They may have millions of fans. Those are inanimate characters. Isn't it baffling? When Pokemon came out, people preferred to go and look for Pokemons than to... They will not put 5 minutes of themselves, wholeheartedly on behalf of another human. What is the world turning into? We need to go back to that hefty sentence and realize it. Become about it. We need to consciously evolve till we are towards that image. And when you look at technology, pick any technology, pick any enterprise. And until that becomes the primary paradigm for its model, it will not rank great. It will just be what it is, a technology. But where this technology at its base is conscious, to incite conscious evolution of humans in humans, then it suddenly ranks great. I created a form of content called ulog. Today the world knows of blogs and vlogs. According to anyone, these are just content. These just constitute content. But a ulog becomes unordinary because in it is ingrained a eulogacy. A eulogacy is dynamic excerpts of humans. The mind itself is dug and relayed in a ulog. The U in ulog stands for you. A form of content that doesn't research from the internet, with the sole aim of consciously evolving the human through content. This is what is powerful. So if you're undertaking a project, and please take into consideration legitimate literacy in the formation of your project model, and you can contact me. I'll look at your project and tell you how to cater to billions in the world, not millions. The entire globe. Because it's very possible. The likes of Facebook, they weren't able to take cognizance of the entire globe because there are certain routes that very few take. The routes of discomfort, the tunnels, nobody wants to be there. The world is in pursuit of happiness. So what does Facebook do? They buy the demography. Instagram gathers a new demography, they buy Instagram. WhatsApp gathers a new demography, they buy WhatsApp. Whereas there's a particular route, once taken, any industry, any project will attain the ranks of great. And that is the down-to-earth route. The earth is what is made for us, not outer space, not geeky knowledge, legitimate literacy. So a balance is needed. Knowledge to be made whole, there needs to be a balance struck where legitimate literacy complements the existing outer space knowledge, the knowledge written in the books. And when you look at it intently, the knowledge written in the books is for bots. It's not fitting of humans. It's not a coincidence that humans seek the next high, but are doing it in a rat race. That's how the curriculum of the worlds are structured. How can humans be in a rat race? So, the book knowledge needs to be complemented with knowledge from the down-to-earth, legitimate literacy, and some of these things are what I'm revealing in verses. But for people who are interested in further explanation on the verses, is the reason for this video. So please contact me, regardless of the niche, the industry. Just contact me and we will discuss and if it's a project, I'll analyze the project and I'll give you legitimate literate knowledge to enhance your endeavor, and take cognizance of anyone. That is what legitimate literacy is about. And all my project, the paradigms behind all my startup projects, I have 4 startup projects, is removing all barriers to entry. That is what Surpassinggoogle means, really. Removing all barriers to entry from everything good, so that everything good becomes for anyone. Abating hand-to-mouthism and half-humanism, fixing the rarity in the great man industry. I'm your boy Terry. I love you. I love you. One day you will know of my story. The levels of... when you know of my story, you will value this talk. This is for real. This is me with my spirit and being, heartily loving you. I'm your boy Terry. Make sure to stay awesome.